What's going on today, YouTubers? Welcome to another edition of Walking Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at a mid-tech knife, and it is the Bean Flipper by Serge Panchenko. This is a really unique knife in my collection for a few reasons. It's non-locking, which I really don't own many non-locking knives. It's also, I'd say, as much art as it is knife. It's really designed for the aesthetics. I think aesthetics come first in this knife, and you'll see why. We have a 2-inch blade of W2 steel. There's Serge Panchenko's maker's mark. You can see the blade's been given this really rough looking finish, almost like pitted, and that is done through like acid stone washing and then a few other processes that I'm not 100% familiar with, but Serge takes a very long time putting the finishing touches on these pieces to make them look like they're antiques. You can see the blade has a chisel grind, so it's flat on one side and the bevel is only on the show side there. It's got this groove. I'm not 100% sure, other than aesthetics, what the purpose of the groove is. You can see it's got a nice little top swedge there. Obviously it's a Tonto blade shape, and this is flat ground, so it is a flipper technically, and he accomplishes that with the use of this detent ball. The detent ball serves to hold the blade closed and also to hold the blade open. So really the only thing keeping this blade from shutting is just that little detent ball. The handle length is 3 1/4 inches, I believe, and overall length of this knife is 5 inches when it's open. So you can see it's got a little stop pin there. It does ride on, let's see if I can show you, nylitron washers, basically just nylon washers. It does have a pocket clip, which makes this knife pretty much perfect for carrying in your waistband or in your coin pocket. It's really an unobtrusive, it doesn't even look like a knife when it's closed. I mean, you could throw this on your keychain and I don't think anybody would suspect that this is a knife. So as far as cutting goes, it does have a really nice edge on there, and the tip is perfect for opening stuff like packages, envelopes, all that kind of stuff that requires like very fine slicing, because the tip is extremely acute. It's not like a classic Tonto where the tip is much thicker. It's very, very thin at the tip, so definitely something you have to be wary about. The handles are titanium. You can see this side is a little bit higher than this side. That's to accommodate the blade stop there. And the titanium has been anodized and then acid stone washed. And I'm sure there's probably another step in there that I have no idea about. It is extremely simple construction. You just have one standoff and then the pivot screw there. As you can imagine, it's extremely lightweight. I think it comes in at about 1.8 ounces. And the fit and finish is really nice. Centering is perfect. Not that you can ever tell on a chisel grind knife because of the way that the tip looks, but centering is pretty much perfect there. The action is fun. It really snaps out, and then you can just push it back in. So really, in my mind, this knife is as much novelty, art piece, conversation piece as it is functional. You can just kind of sit there and keep flipping this at your desk, whatever. I wish I worked at a desk so I could play with my knives more, but anyways, The pocket clip is really nice. It's just a spring titanium clip, good retention. Not the deepest carry in the world, but like I said, nobody's gonna guess that this is a knife until it's open. Unless they're like a hardcore knife enthusiast and they know exactly what this is, they're not gonna think that this is a knife. So you can see it's got a nice sharpening choil there, so it's sharp all the way to the back. Let's see, good and bad. Like I said, the fit and finish is really nice. It's fun to play with. It's unique. Got a good edge on there. When you go to hold the knife like this, like you would normally with another knife, it starts to shut on you, so that's definitely something you have to be careful about. The only other negative I can really point out is this steel that he uses, W2. It is prone to rusting. So you can see I had this in my waistband for a night, and the sweat caused this thing to start rusting a little bit. Sweat is pretty much the worst thing for your blades. Anything that is even remotely rustable, sweat is pretty much the worst thing, other than maybe seawater. So definitely, if you're going to be carrying a knife that has the potential to rust, and you're going to be sweating, definitely be mindful of that. So I'm going to have to clean up that rust, and hopefully that doesn't take away that finish there. So yeah, that's about it. I mean, short video for a very small knife, very simple design, fun, but these run anywhere from, I guess, $300 to say $500. I believe this is the Gen 2 beam. I'm not sure exactly how many generations there have been, but there you go. And they come in all different kinds, you know. Some of them are flippers, some of them you can open with a little thumb slot, so I'm sure you can find something to your taste. Alright guys, take it easy. Bye-bye.